Hi my loves, welcome to my very first makeup tutorial, and before I dive into it, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button below if you haven't and give this video a thumbs up. So starting with a clean base, I like to moisturize my skin with the MAC serumizer, and then I go in with the Hyper Real moisturizer. For this moisturizer, you want to go in with a pea size, very little because it has a thick consistency. Then I prime my face with the Milk Hydro Grip. This primer is the best. You want to let this sit in your skin before you apply another product. I use my mini hand fan to fasten this process. Because I have a textured skin, I like to use this Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Primer around my T-zones because that's where I have the most texture. So I'm going to rub that into my skin and allow it to sit for a bit. I'll use my mini hand fan just to fasten that process. Alright, so I like to use my beauty blender to just press all of that product into my skin for a better finish. For foundation, I'll be using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation. I'll drop the shade in the description box. I use a thin brush to apply the foundation on my skin and blend it in with my beauty blender. When blending, I avoid the eye area because we're going to apply our concealer there. So this foundation is super hydrating and at the same time a full coverage foundation. After I'm done blending in my foundation, this is what my skin looks like. For concealer, I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way. I'll add the exact shade I'm using to the description box. I apply the concealer at the inner corner and outer corner of my eyes, my under chin, nose bridge and forehead. Then I go in with this contour stick from Juvias place. You don't need it too dark because I'm still going to go in with a powder. I blend my contour first with a nice fluffy brush and a smaller brush for the bridge of my nose. Then with my beauty blender, I just start to blend out all of the concealer. The under eye is the last place I'll be blending because that's the most delicate. Anything can go wrong. As soon as I blend, I like to set it immediately to avoid any crease under my eye. For setting powder, I'll be using the Yanga Beauty Blurfect setting powder. Placing that under my eye, my chin, the side of my cheeks, my nose bridge, and of course my forehead. I'd go under my eyes again to avoid crease and for a proper definition. I'll be using the dark shade from my powder palette to define my contour area. Now let's give this face a lift with this orange powdered blush from Black Up Cosmetics. I'd apply that at the top side of my cheek and then use a bigger brush to powder all over my face with my exact shade of powder. For my eyeshadow, I'll be using my same powder shade as a base first before I go in with this eyeshadow palette from Novabeauty. This is the first time I'm using this eyeshadow. I did not expect it to be this pigmented. Anyway, I corrected that and I'm using the darker shade at the outer corner of my eye and the grayish white one for my top lid. I love the fact that I didn't use an eyeshadow primer and it's even this pigmented. So I'm going in with the orange shade to give more intensity at the outer corner of my eye. We want a sparkle moment for the eye, so I'm using the Yanga Beauty Candid Sparkles and I'm just dusting the excess powder under my eye. After that, I'll be setting my face with this Fix It Setting Spray by MAC Cosmetics and let my mini hand fan do the rest of the work. We do not want these harsh lines, so I'm correcting that with a fluffy brush and a dark shade of powder around my nose. For my brows, I usually do not do too much because I mostly laminate my brows, but we are due for that and we'll be putting in more effort today. After brushing them upwards, I fill in my brows with this brow pencil from Beauty Line by Didi. For concealer, I'll be using these two only because I like my concealer a bit brighter. And if you're not on this table, you can use just a shade brighter or the exact shade of your foundation to achieve this. After I conceal my brows, I love to blend that out with a nice fluffy brush to avoid any harsh lines. I'll be using the Zaron gel liner to line my eyes. If you know me, no look for me is complete without a wing liner. So this is exactly how I achieve my wing liner look. After I'm done with that, I use my mascara to remove excess powder stains on my eyelash. While that is drying up, I cut in my lashes to my exact eye shape and apply the glue on the eyelash. I put the lashes directly on my eyelid, and at this point it doesn't even have to be perfect, because what I do is I wait for it to dry up a little bit and then press it in together with my actual lashes. For the under eyelid, we're using the same dark shade from the eyeshadow palette to just create like an intense smoky look. This is not the vision I had for the inner corner of my eyes, so I'm using the shade from my lip palette to act as like a base for the sparkles to layer on. After that, I like to go in with more blush, and then I go in with my powder shade once again around my face. The last thing I do on my eyes is to define the bottom lashes, and there we have it. To line my lips, I'll be using the darkest shade from my lip palette and mapping out my lip shape, but overlining it just a bit. With a fluffy brush, I'll be blending out the line on the lips so it doesn't look harsh. I wanted like a soft orange nude, and this Zaron lip stain does it every time. So I'll be layering these on my lip and also like blending that out when I'm done. Now, do you see what I mean? This is just perfect. I love how it looks. Highlighting my face is the last thing I love to do. I'm using the Candid Glow Yanga Beauty highlighter to give that cheekbone a shine. This highlighter is very pigmented, so you want to go light-handed. Since we have a silver metallic thing going on the eye, I thought to use the same shimmers just on top of my cheekbone. Now, to finish up everything, I'll be spraying my face once more and letting that dry. Enjoy the final look.
I can't believe I believed everything we had was less. Young and naive of me to think she was from your past. Silly of me to dream of one day having your kiss. Love is so blind, it feels right when it's wrong. I can't believe I fell for your schemes. I'm smarter than that.
And there we have it, guys. If you did enjoy this tutorial, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment and share. See you in my next video. Mwah.
Just like you.